패치 개방. 전대원 강화 준비. 여러분의 인사고과는 제게 맡겨주세요. 이노베이션 리얼리티. 준비됐습니다, 사장님. 패치 개방. 전대원 강화 준비. 준비됐습니다, 사장님. 제 자신. 없는 진심이다. 여러분의 인사고과는 제게 맡겨주세요. 이노베이션 리얼리티. 인생의 생축복이 그대들과 함께합니다. 바브릴 주 다들 우릴 축하.
지휘받는 건 오랜만이고 뒤를 신경 쓰지 않아도 좋습니다.
단독 진화. 눈을 아껴주세요, 여러분. 뛰어난 사람들 혼자서 세상을 바꿀 순 없어요. 빨리
적객 시간.
도움이 되면 좋겠다. 여러분과 함께해서 기뻐요.
걱정 마라. 내가 왔으니.
쓸만한 녀석들이면 좋겠는데.
가고 있어요. 샤오린 배치 완료했습니다. 다들 알아서 잘하겠죠? 튜브부터 잠수함까지 이제부터 내가 선장이다. 어머, 여기서 다시 뵙네요.
Okay, me just look at what I did to clear my being a server account with, because I actually don't remember that much. Okay, this one. Well, I think the units are much more lacking though, so I don't know if I can clear the 50. Honestly, it's probably going to be much harder. I can just throw in random gears for now. It's no big deal. It only starts to get harder around floor 30-ish, I think. That's like the beyond the level of the what you are used to. For now, we'll just slap some random gears. I mean, I'm not planning to just clear everything today. Probably cannot happen. Yeah, I'll just grab you over here. It's the room 2 that's the hardest right now, I think. Not much options you can go through. The gear is actually pretty assets.
차세대기로 보이나요?
Pianos. Let's see other supporters I can try to use. I don't know. Maybe try to put some mechanic units in here instead. Probably better than nothing.
자, 내리쳐 주자고.
알렉션이 늘겠고
My goal is trying to get up to maybe like around 30. If I can get that, I think that'll be pretty happy. I'll just slap random gears just to finish the set for the sake of it. Right now isn't that important. It's not that important.
직원에게 설문을 금지하고 2번 건 직원에게 설문을 금지하고 3번 건
Shouting's gear is pretty important. Slap that.
이번엔 어떤 장비죠? 양각대? 스코프?
Okay, attack speed.
이번엔 어떤 장비죠? 양각대? 스코프?
Jake gets pretty good gear here.
고장되는 일은 없을 겁니다.
And the rest should be pretty good, I think.
장식용으로는
합격이야.
I'll just slap that. This should be good, I think.
우리 발견을
Yeah,
가져가세요.
I mean, I gotta clear it first. The Korean server, I mean, I cleared it, but it has a lot of units that you can't use in the global server, so it's going to be different.
우리를 쫓아볼까요?
I think it's meant to be hard, though. The one thing is, though, I think, is that the cubes that you get to craft the maze gears, you don't really get like much additional cubes just because you're clearing a higher stage. At least I feel like it. Like I try to run it, like I climbed all the way, and honestly, it's just all random as it seems. So sometimes it gives 3, sometimes it gives, most time it gives 1, sometimes it gives 2. So 2 and 3 it does happen. I think average of each runs after, because I already crafted 1 maze gear in the like Korean server, so I had, yeah, I was able to collect 2,500 one of them and crafted 1 maze gear so far. From my experience, I think the relic challenge stage, around the 1.5. That's what my calculation says. Like around 1.5 cubes per round after doing for 100 rounds. So.
완벽한 착륙.
교정하는 계산 완료. 요격하겠습니다.
Freaking stun is so annoying. Oh my lord. I think I gotta use different guide for this thing. Because the Sylvia, I think room 2 is definitely the hardest. Not to mention we like a lot of units. So I wonder when the global server will get the Code Geass collaboration. Because Karen right now is pretty much dominating this armor challenge. The Korean server, there is like a guide that you can use to clear it manually, but that requires the soldiers, so that's not possible for global server. So you kinda stuck with this stage. I think this stage is definitely the hardest. But if you want to manual control it, it's definitely much easier to deal with things. So. It's just that if you want to full auto it. I cleared the 60 full auto in the Korean server. Wasn't that hard for me personally, because basically a trick to this is trying to get the right optimized gears, so you can get the most amount of points. Not the points. Like what I'm trying to say is, depending on the gear scoring kind of thing, if you have a T7 gears, you get a higher scores, which will allow you to not be encountered with the debuff it has. Because if you get a debuff, basically you take more damage and stuff. So you gotta try to use optimized level gears to avoid that. But the couple of videos I probably want to make whenever I have time is probably dive kind of what I've been using. Just quickly clear it every day so far, which works pretty well. And then there's also like what's it called? Shadow Hole stuff, so I feel like I'm just gonna avoid it. Don't think it's really worth doing it at this point, honestly. Not to mention, I think main usage for Shadowhold Gears was definitely... Well, I got 2 cubes here. See, it doesn't matter which difficulty, I think. Like... Even at level 60, sometimes... Like, not sometimes, like half of times I would get 1 cube, so... Yeah, I did 4 runs so far. No, I did 3 runs so far and I got 4 cubes, so... I got 112. I don't think there's a point of hitting level 60.
우리 말도 가져가세요.
But it's up to you, I guess. Yeah, you do it all at once. So it's kind of like dimension trimming now. Or it is like dimension trimming. It's just a grind, really. Takes about a couple hours, I think, to climb all fully auto. This comp I'm using is missing some of the units, I think, but that's what I use to create clear dive 60. Not dive 60, relic stage floor 60. The one thing better I think about this is that you don't really have to worry about timer. Basically, you got 3 minutes to kill the boss. As long as you kill the boss within 3 minutes, you got the stage. Before the relic stage, you have to 3-star it to like unlock the auto run and stuff. Yeah, you can skip it. I think the main grabbing point of farming the stages is this dimension cube, which you need 2 2500s to create a 1 maze gears. Honestly, I think that's what you should be aiming for. And I should try to use a manual to try to counter that attack. I think that should help me out quite a big time. And Yano's gonna get fall down. Oh no. That's surprising. I think I should just manual this stage. I think I'll have much better luck in that way. Sylvia stunned. I have terrible gear right now, actually. It's not take that Horizon as well. It's not really helping, honestly. Just gotta get close to the ship and... I use cooldown set for Janus for Queen server and it helps a lot, so... But honestly, I think the Sylvia boss is much harder than the other stages. Once you go for stage around 30, I think that's when the Maria pops up. I think Maria is actually much easier. The Sylvia stunning is so annoying. But just kind of have to manual it a bit, I guess. The other 2 stages I think is cakewalk. The third one is very easy. First one is very easy if you have Jake. The third one you just gotta use the air units and that's pretty much it. See, I've been doing dimension streaming since day 1 it came out and didn't skip a day. And I save up some materials and stuff and I'll make a video eventually, but honestly, just keep your materials for now. I don't think it's really worth it. If you get incredible luck, I think Volcano Gears is possibly good. Because Volcano Gears could roll with like counter damage, soldier damage, as well as mechanic damage. So if you can't get that as a latent ability, I think that makes that gear have a pretty good potential to be a very good DPS gear. Now, for the as a set option goes for the Volcano Gears. The first option gives either type damage. Yeah, it gives type damage or gives like a damage boost for your special skills or ults. I think damage boost for special skill is probably the best one that you can use combined with a certain character to get the initial boost with your attacks. So you probably want to use that. Then the bottom option, you probably want to go for like anti-ground damage or whatever. And the other options you have is probably just going for, I don't know. Oh, give a second. Oh, soldier. I think we'll use a sword fighter instead. The sword fighter also gets a barrier actually when she fights, so I think she should help out a lot actually. We'll try to use a sword fighter here. But I just have a bunch of maze. You know what? I don't need more cooldown maze gears. What I need is definitely the attack speed. Oh no, Sword Fighter doesn't get the barrier, she just have a HP regen. The barrier you get is from using the soldier supporter units, Revenant, but we don't have her yet. I think next awakening units is Maestro and Niketia. So with her you should be getting Revenant as a USSR character from the gacha. So I think I'll roll for that because she will help you out able to clear this pretty easily. But honestly, I think you can just skip at this level. Like I said, the main thing is trying to get this Dimension Cube and trying to craft it. This thing, I think you're going to be rolling around with this high tech board, which is what you it's basically like the currency you used to get from clearing relic stages. Now they just combine all into one into this high tech board. So you will get a lot of it as you try to farm maze gears. Like I have about 50,000 of them on my Korean server, and honestly I don't know what to do with it. Like if I mean I can throw golds and gear materials to craft some relic gears and wait for RNG chances, but I don't think that's really worth it. Like right now at this point for my account, and for most of people anyways, you should be aiming for maze gears. So if you can get lucky and get some really nice relic attack speed gears, I'm sure I guess there's some possibility with that, but just don't really recommend it, I guess. Usually my daily roof right now is I try to do all the event first. I mean the daily activity first. Here's my favorite kind of thing. So I try to farm some character fragment first, and then I try to go here, go here. And this is the daily loop I do. Clear these. Then I farm some of the character. The main, I will make a video for this one as well, which what I farm. Orca and Kang Soyoung and Ribet. These are the three characters that you want to be farming. These are the three that's probably the most valuable fragments. You cannot get this character from the gacha, so and the Rebed, yeah, that's another SR unit that you can farm. But these three units, you are going to be using a lot. I have a John Mason and Jane Doe here, but honestly, I should take it off. I don't know what I do. Hilde, I think, is kind of worth it. Depends, but Hilde is probably second tier. Shion I just have here, but no, I haven't finished episode 10. I actually haven't even started episode 10. I just heard it's pretty fun. The part 2, so they kind of split the story into half. So later part will come down next week or week after, I'm not too sure. So you gotta wait. Basically, I'm just waiting a bit. And like I said, I work every day these days, so I'm pretty tired all around. I'm pretty tired all around. And let me quickly make a jungle team as well. This one I use in Detroit. Second room I use this one. I'll just quickly show. I think I should be able to clear it pretty easily. So I will show. This one I use Orca, Ifrit. Where's our Ministra? Ministra. Guess I can throw in Chewy for this server. I'm kind of forgetting. What else did I put it in? Oh yeah, Ichi still. It helps. And Soyun as well. Then Thomas. Kinda do it like this. Something like this. Not like this. Not like this. Got it. I wish I had a Veronica here, but I actually don't have her, so. Actually, I will just put her here. And the operator I usually use for this one is a Suyeon, but I don't think I have a Suyeon here, so that's not an option. That's not an option, so I guess we'll just have to go with some random operator. It shouldn't matter that much though, not for this one. This one, anything with attack speed is pretty good, usually. Need some of the unit that can hit air. Potting like this. I think Lucid is actually pretty good for this one. The supporters, put Harim. Mika helps later when you're trying to get rid of the sleep. And we got Kang Soyoung here. Need her later. I usually have a Sigma as well in here. Power aspect. Usually kind of like goes like this. So deploy her, these two, then deploy her, then deploy Horizon again. Then oh yeah, the last one I need is Nicole. So Nicole and Kang Soyoung have a Nicole has a knockback, and Ahab also has a knockback with the ults. That's what I use. And the last one I think is the trickiest one for the Glover server, because I use a soldier comp, but since I can't use that here, I guess I have to just deal with like striker comp. You basically have to have a front unit just surviving for a long time. That's the gist of it. Quarter platter is pretty good. Well, it's just level 1, so I think I should be able to clear pretty easily, but we'll see. I think I'm liking Ranger. Who can I add?
오늘 신기록 좀 세워볼까?
정보가 곧 힘이다.
Nope. All the units I use here is pretty much like must have. Well, I usually auto this one like this.
버튼을 눌러서
Wait, is my Orca not using tanking set? Let me see. Whoops. Yeah, this thing is pretty hard, so yeah, this thing gear, that's why. That's why.
설탕 얼마나 들어있어?
See, here's the thing. Dimension trimming is kind of annoying with this gear. It's a bit.
보장되는 일은 없을 겁니다.
I think I should actually.
에스컬트는 괜찮아요. 샤오링 배치 완료했습니다.
이미 조사는 끝났습니다.
But this is supposedly the hardest PB content. Even it was before the Origin update. But right now, indeed, this is the hardest. It has up to 450, and even for Korean server standard, yeah, it's pretty hard. But the gear that comes out from this is kind of not worth it, I think. It might just die. The trick is this: fully autoing the stage is pretty hard, so just don't really bother. For this stage, you gotta destroy this tower thing in the back. So this is what you do. Hit this thing. Things will do. Usually kind of just set it around. And when it's done, boss will stop healing basically, and you gotta. But here's the thing: my units died here pretty fast, right? So that's why you kind of need like a Veronica or other strong supporter units to be tanking the hits from this aerial units. That's how you do it. And I can pull out my Korean server account, but I guess it's kind of pointless. But I'm just trying to show you how it kind of done.
주심 개시.
This one, you kind of do it like this.
승리력 확인.
Oh, and I forgot lower stage, these guys don't refuel.
준비됐습니다. 사장님 출력 상승. 디바이스 포착입니다. 작전 지장전 완료.
So that thing, like 99% of players can ignore this one, no problem. Like it's definitely not really worth your hassle. So like that happens, right? So as it gets killed, you use Ahop's skill, you push, you use Nicole, push a little bit, and it's dead. Then the sniper guy will come out and you gotta use Kang Soyoung, kill it. This thing HP is very low, the sniper thing, so you can easily do it. And you do this, you wait until this fire icon debuff is gone, then you deploy to remove their sleep,
제게 맡겨주세요. 심장을 도울 방법이.
then you did. It's pretty simple really, this gimmick wise. You just gotta kinda understand how it works. But this stage is pretty gimmicky, but once you break the gimmicks, it's a very simple stage. And next one though, this is probably the hardest. I actually never done this with counters, so we'll see how things will go. So this pull heals your HP. So you gotta keep it around here, kill the front units. That's how it kind of works. So you kill these guys and you wait for the boss to pop up, kind of thing. Later, boss will add the healing reflux as well, continuously. That's what gets pretty annoying. This thing will come down and apply like a massive, not massive, like AoE healing reflux. If you stay on this pull, you will most likely want to die. As you can see right there. So then you just redeploy. Like once you try to, like when you manual it, this stage isn't that hard. It's when you try to fully auto it, that's when it gets pretty hard. But that's the gimmick of it. When you stand here, you heal, but you gotta watch out for the healing flux. And I don't think you can cleanse it.
균형하지 않을래.
If you actually fail the stage, you still get Dimension Cube. I actually didn't know that until yesterday, so... Yeah, next time I will. Like 12 in the morning right now. Or 12 right now. I don't know, I'm pretty tired.
나와는 떨어지는 게 좋아. 괜히 바르게
We'll just apply some random gears here. Random gears.
당신과 이런 점에서 가지고 있어.
I'm ready.
나와는 떨어져 있는 게 좋아. 괜히 바르게 뱉어. 사연을 놓는 거는 사연을 놓는 거는 이런 건 꽤 오래.
Give me that gear, Queen. You don't need it. Honestly, yeah, the thing instead of Doma. What's the character that can tank a bit? Yeah, but the Veronica will be perfect fit to tank. That's what I use, but I don't have Veronica here, so I gotta deal with something else, which I don't know what I can use. Don't know. I guess I can try to use a sword fighter here.
지켜봐 주시길.
We'll see. I think we should be able to clear it here now.
이거 한바탕 하겠군.
Okay.
달콤한 걸 먹어.
Auto for a bit. These guys dead. Auto until Ministra comes out. There we go. Oh, I should have not used the ship's S2. Should have saved for that for later for burst damage. Oh, and the lower level, you can kind of cheese it. As you can see, you can kind of burst damage it. Try hard, but sometimes it doesn't work. I will do it in legit way. God damn it. Are you serious? Oh my lord. Yeah, I need Veronica. That's what I need. Give me a second. Let me exit this.
패치 개방. 잠대원 강화.
I think I have a selection ticket lying around somewhere. Question is if I want to use this for Veronica though. I mean, even if I get her, that's the only place I can use. What if I did
바라볼
this?
필요도 없습니다.
Not sure if I can kill it in lower level.
이거 한바탕 하겠군.
Let me see if it works. It might work, it might not.
가자.
Well, I'm using Orca as a leader though. Essarosa wouldn't be able to hold down attacks from them for long enough, I believe. At least I remember as. But lower level it doesn't matter, but as you go to higher level, I don't want to set up a different team for different ones. I'll use one team and that'll be it. And I just wasted all together. I guess it kind of works. I guess that kind of works. Kind of does. Huh. Never thought about approaching it that way, but I guess it could work.
그럼 즐거운 사냥 되시길 바랍니다. 목표 확인. 이적행위 대응. 적들에게 강철의 눈보라를.
The lower level, you gotta make sure you don't destroy things too fast. You gotta wait until you get enough cost to deploy Nicole. Kill it too fast, then you lose that chance. No good. You gotta time it right. Push it again. Yep, good. We are Gucci. Play Sigma here. Give me that sweet, sweet.
지금 출격할 순 없어요. 승진 후보로 추천드릴게요. 방해는 다칩니다. 전장 마지막까지 확실하게 고생하셨어요, 여러분.
Okay, now this stage back to what we were doing earlier. Ow. Ow. I think for a jungle area, this room is definitely the hardest as you go on the higher level. This is not really too much of gimmick test. I think it's more of your gear check. Other two is more of the gear gimmick test stage, where this one is not working out that great for me right now. I think I got it though. I think usually they use Awaken Heal Day so you don't get knocked back like that. The knockback the boss does is what sets the DPS lose quite a big time because your units gets knocked back, like especially snipers. and do lose tons of DPS on the boss itself.
열심히 했으니
But yeah, first two room pretty easy. Just the last room that's a little bit tricky. Unless you kinda do it. But the thing, the relic stage is what you usually should be focusing on as of right now. As of right now.
장식용으로는 합격이야.
I think we should be able to do it auto once again.
파라솔 안 필요하세요?
여기 모여 있어.
여기를 쫓아갈까요? 후회하지 않겠어요. 제 선택은 지켜주는 저의 진심을 보여드릴게요.
But I was gonna make the Jake review video, then I said that Jake might not be that much of worth it right now, just for the sake of PvP. 'Cause he's definitely more a PvP character. But after clearing Relic Stage with the updated versions, I think Jake is pretty much, you know, the king of the stage one. So I can definitely say Jake is very good. I mean, I knew he was good, and I was gonna say, but I feel like he wasn't really must-have lately for Korean server.
여긴 안전해.
But after using him in the relic stage and how I was able to clear the whole stage auto, I definitely have changed my mind about what I was gonna say about him. I think he definitely is best. One of the best. Kill that Sylvia. Usually you add the Janus with the sniper damage, so that way the units will be doing more damage to it. I think auto run for this kind of working pretty good right now. So that's good. I should give a cooldown set for Janus. I think that would help quite a bit to charge up his special skills. Keep going again. Okay. Easy. Last one, auto once again.
그럼
So you can already tell compared to Dimension Trimming, like Volcano as well as the jungle stages. The relic stage is pretty easy compared to it.
내가 더 빨라.
You know what I keep forgetting? I'll make sure to do it after this run. I'm pretty sure I have my Evelyn skin, but I keep forgetting to equip this. For some odd reason, I think I'm pretty forgetting. Oh yeah, Sigma is bad choice because this is what happens. When Sigma use ults and bring up the Machine Gun Father, will trigger them to attack you.
제이크 워커.
Ayo.
그 한마디만 외치시면
Now we got 8 of them. Now we got 8 of them. Yep. Do 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 do.
14일까지 편의점 아포칼립스에 어서 오세요. 다른 상품도 체크해 보세요.
Guess I'll buy this. I don't know if it's worth it, honestly. Better than nothing kind of feeling.
조금만 더 쓰고 가시면 어떨까요?
Shit, my. I think I have to work like every day like this for until next around 5 months. So around, yeah, so it's basically 6 months of working 7 days a week non-stop. Guess I'll make a lot of money out of it, which is pretty good. It's actually pretty fun to see that when you don't have time to really spend the money and you keep making money every day kind of thing, and your paycheck gets bigger and you see them stacking in your bank. It's actually pretty fun, you know. I like grinding in games, but I guess grinding in real life is also kind of fun. It's just the process is definitely not much fun as the game. I think game process is actually much more fun to grind through, but yeah, the real life grind is definitely less fun. Oh well, that's what it is. Anyways, we'll continue to do this before I can fall asleep. Let me take a glitch, and if I can adapt with another soldier. I guess Shieldman is probably not a bad option. Or actually Chaina, probably, because it doesn't do AoE damage like Sylvia does, and then the Maria does. Actually, it might not be a bad choice. Let me try to slap this on, which is pretty useless gear, and see how things will go. And for the Janus, sniper damage, the gear is pretty ass hat right now, so let me try to change this into like a cooldown set. If I have it. Yeah, I do. Actually, attack speed set probably work since I'm not using Horizon here. Yeah, give me that melee damage on this thing. Please, Janus or Ifrit, tell back this. You have to go back to work tomorrow? Guess what? I work until I work whole day as well today. There's no weekend for me. Like I said, it makes good money, but yeah, it's has no life. And actually been talking to one of my friends, and my god, she's like holding my sanity down altogether. I'm so thankful for her right now. She did this thing that I just actually was a little bit uncomfortable because I felt really bad. So actually I have been eating a lot less as well because I just come home, I sleep and stuff. And she actually she asked like which my apartment number is. I was like, okay. I told her my apartment number. And she's like, here, I'm just gonna send you this thing. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? And she ordered the food. through my address. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I hope you enjoy them. It's like, you're crazy. I just laughed off, but like, I've never seen anyone like really do that to me. Really, not like that. I've been out with people before and they buy me food, I buy them food kind of thing, but like ordering online, sent me the food, that I never experienced in my life. So yeah, I mean, I felt very like touched, I guess. I don't know if she knows that. And then I told her I did, but look at Janos go. Look at throwing those punches. Look at Janos go. Kill them. Kill them. It's not the Janos basic attack that matters, it's her Janos' special skill. So I use a cooldown set for the Cleanser when I cleared this auto. Well, very nice person. I've known her for like a very long time, and she is like only person, like the special connection me and her have is that we share both like same last name. I mean, that might not be like such a crazy thing, but like we went to school together kind of thing, so it's just like it was kind of funny. Like I remember like that's how we started talking anyway. Like we both shared the same last name. Some people thought we were maybe related, but like no, we're not at all. But anyways, yeah, we share the same last name. That's how we started like talking to each other in the classroom. She was pretty smart too. She helped me quite a lot with some of the school stuff. And we studied together and stuff like that. But anyways, she's pretty nice person. Or I think she's one of the most purest person that I can think of, kinda. So it's just I don't know. She's just a good friend. I mean, I knew she was a good friend, but when she ordered the food for me, I was like, okay, you're at different levels of types of person. I was thinking something else when she asked for your apartment number. No, she lives in a different city, so yeah, after graduation she moved to a different city for her job. She said she's gonna quit in a couple months because she's planning to go to school for September. That's when this country usually starts their semester. She wants to go for animation stuff. She's pretty good at drawing and stuff too. And I think she's working as a designer right now, but she wants to be working with the animation kind of thing. So she wants to go this like a 1-year program and take another course. So but like I said, she's a pretty pure person, so I don't think she will like ask my apartment number for anything like that. Hey Hiki. Hey yo. But like, she ordered me this like some Japanese food, which has like rice bowl kind of type of thing. Anyway, it was fancy ass food. So it had avocados and all of this stuff. It's like it's pretty healthy stuff too. I'm like, yeah, I can see that. It's definitely not junk food level stuff. Anyway. Talking to her is definitely a very good part of my real life right now. I don't want to say my real life is shitty. My boss always say I complain too much. Like, dude, you know, like people out there who's dying right now. Like for example, in Korea right now, the massive depression is happening. Because of the housing prices kind of thing. I don't know what's other countries like, but in Korea right now is very big issue. Because people bought like homes a couple years ago, like a year or two ago, for like $1 million. Now house costs about like 50% less now. So if you buy a home for $1 million a year ago, now the house would cost, or not house, apartment would cost around like 400,000, 500,000 max. And even if it is at that value, people are not really going to purchase the units. So you just kind of have to lower the prices as you go. And the worst part of it is a lot of people took a loan to get this apartment. I mean, it's a normal thing when you take a loan to purchase home and apartment and stuff. But the problem is, yeah, they loan the money, so when your value drops that big within 1 year, amount of money you have to pay every month for interest and stuff, then you just think is you lost $500,000 in 1 year. That's pretty insane.
위험할 때
If I had a debt of like $500,000 or more, I don't know, man. I'll probably just jump up the building. Yeah, every country is depressed, but yeah. Anyway, so my boss always tells me that stuff like that. Like, you know, there are people like that, like losing money like that. Like, you have nothing to be complaining about. You have no debt from the bank or anything, so you shouldn't worry about it. I always say, I'm never gonna be able to buy a home, kind of thing. And he's like, you know what? Who cares, man? Like, everyone's kind of like that these days. Which is kind of true, so. I think, what's that place? Taiwan is also pretty big. I mean, yeah, it's all pretty much all major cities and stuff. Like, I was actually looking at some of the videos that I got recommended on YouTube for, like, housing places, like apartments within New York City. Holy crap, for amount of money they pay, it's just in USD. I mean, New York City is like the biggest city, of course, so it's bound to have really expensive like pricing. But amount of space they get for paying for like $1,500 to $2,000 a month, holy crap, they barely get a space. So. What industry do I work in? Basically, customer service, the lowest of lowest. But this one is pretty nice, I think. I don't get to deal with that many types of people because it's a warehouse thing. My first job when I was a kid, like, yeah, I think my first job I actually started working at the age of 15, just as part-time. I worked in this sandwich shop where they make subs and stuff like that. And then the owners were Indians and they were cheap as fuck. Like, I'm not joking. I'm not being racial kind of comments kind of thing. I just think it was a little bit stereotypical, but like they were so cheap that I still remember how cheap they were. Like, they were disgusting cheap. For example, like if someone if someone takes the paper towel out from the box and use it and let it unused on the table, when you clean the table, the owner, which is also manager, will ask you to put the paper towel back into that box. I'm like, but the person just taken out. She's like, we gotta save every single thing here. I'm like, okay, whatever. And she was like that, and that was also first restaurant where they will not let you have a free drink from the fountain, like the drink fountain they have. And honestly, I'm pretty sure like pretty much all restaurant with the like fountain drink, they let you have like whatever you want. She would only let you, like, after some people complain, she will let you have like a one medium-sized cup of fountain drink per shift. And I was like, wow, okay, that's Well, at the time, I thought that was kind of normal. Then quickly I find out no, that's totally not normal. So yeah, but she was pretty cheap, and I don't think customer really liked that either. So I think they went out of business after a couple of years. Yeah.
제이크 워커. 위험할 때 한마디만 외치시면 됩니다.
We are surely making some progress. I think around level 15 is where the first difficulty spike jumps happen. I bet you never eat in an Indian restaurant after working there. Yeah, actually, don't really. It was a brand one. It was a, what do you call it? Like it was a no-name brand. It was pretty well-known brand actually. So it was just chain food station. So they just bought the license. I mean, it's a paper towel. You're not gonna get sick about it. Like, no one uses it, they just put it on the table, so usually you would just wipe everything up from the table and just throw in the garbage. But she's like, anything that isn't used goes back to where it came from. I remember like one of the other worker who was there he was Indian too. I think it might have been their family friend or whatever. Man, there's so many times I caught him within the freezer unit that he will go in there and steal food and eat the food in there. I'm just like, and every time I catch him doing it, he's like, "What? Come on!" Because the freezer is the only place they actually don't have a security camera. Like, she was actually crazy about like security camera as well. She had a security camera for like the cabinet hallway. She had a security camera for store. She had a security camera right in front of the bathroom. I guess you can't have a security camera in the bathroom itself, but if that wasn't illegal, she would definitely install a security camera in the bathroom too. But yeah, and she's the type of person also like will connect to her phone, and if the workers are being lousy, she will call even though she's not at the place. I'm like, I can see what you're doing. Let's stop playing around and do your job, kind of thing. So you can already kind of imagine what kind of manager owner that was. No, kitchen was pretty clean. So like I said, it was making sandwich, so you're not making like a greasy kind of type of food. So you just have to wash a lot of grills. That was about it. And cut a lot of veggies kind of thing. Anyways, I think it was pretty decent for a job for what it was, but I would definitely not recommend anyone for sure. I've never worked in like fast food place like Starbucks or any other coffee place or like McDonald's, Wendy's, any place like that. I never worked in. But I remember like I actually had a couple friends who worked in those places, and the friend that I had used to work at McDonald's at that time is like, I'm not sure if it is like now. I heard it's actually not like that. That you were able to get like 50% like price off from your like shift. You can do that about twice a day at home. So like I remember like we'll go into McDonald's and he'll bring us out like food for half price. And we're like, yeah, that's pretty good. The Asian restaurant, the dirtier, the kitchen, the nicer food. Is that true? I actually don't know. You know what? You're kind of right about that. Because I remember this kitchen I worked in, which is the guy. It was just a small like small kind of Asian food type of place. I met the guy from church, so this is the time when I used to go to church. Anyways, he owned the restaurant, and it was a time that I just had no job for a couple months actually. Yeah, you know what? This is actually, if you watched my stream for a long time, I talked about this in the past as well. But this is a time where I had a lot of depression happen after my relationship went pretty bad. So I was basically stayed home for like almost a year doing nothing. Being a lazy ass fucking slop, just doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, it wasn't a good time. And that was a time where I actually got hooked up into playing mobile games. So if that phase did not happen in my life, I think actually I probably would never play mobile games. If I think about it. But anyways, yeah, that was a time that I was just being a lazy ass, and then since I don't have experience for a very long time, like not working for a year or so, so any credibility for me is pretty much gone. So thanks to him that I was able to work in the kitchen for a while, but the business itself wasn't that busy, so he didn't really need me, or he couldn't really pay me. So eventually I had to go away after a couple of months. But he made pretty good food, but I agree, I guess his kitchen wasn't exactly the cleanest kitchen out there. It was very greasy and stuff. The ventilation always had tons of grease after a day. And we didn't really clean after hours. We clean when we come in the morning, so I think it has to be cleaned right before you go home. I think that is definitely the way. If you clean in the morning, they already kind of hardened up and it's harder to clean and stuff. So it's definitely not recommended, but after a whole day, you're just kind of lazy, you want to go home kind of thing. Yeah, this is my Glover server account. Korean server, I already finished this up to level 16. Oh yeah, Wake Ladania. She is pretty much amazing in pretty much all PvP contents, and the stage, as you see right here, Relic stage, she's a huge carry in that stage as well. She made my auto run so easy. I gotta say, like, she is pretty much good in everything. I also used her in the position boss yesterday, and she did top up the DPS, so I think she's really good. One thing is though, for that place is that she's a sniper class, so it's really hard to trigger operator. So I can't put her early, otherwise I won't be able to trigger like operator to give barrier and such. But that's one little kind of annoying thing. Maybe if I use Olivia, but nah, I don't know. But why did I even talking about this thing again? I totally can't remember. Oh, I got it to like my first job kind of thing. No, I have to like switch the Steam account kind of thing. I mean, maybe you could, yes, because it has server select options. I wasn't there enough to try it, so I don't know if anyone successfully did, which I didn't hear anything about it, so. Next awakening unit is Maestro, and even though she is pretty good debuff units for like raid and possibly for some of the PD contents, as you can see here, like a relic challenge stage, she could be used, but she's not must-have units. She can be replaced with any other units out there. The Maestro, I don't know. If you want to get her, it has to be for PvP reasons, I think. She is very cool units though. Not gonna lie. And she's also first unit that kind of really goes hard with the class buff. So you gotta have a Shanna, you gotta have a Maestro, You gotta have Carmen, which is a healer. You gotta have a Luna, which is a defender that also is aerial units. So the more units you have all together, the better synergy they have with each others, and that's how you play the deck, and it's really strong. You can still play Maestro alone, but it also needs Sophisticated Gear, which is attack speed gears, to maximize its potential. So it's definitely not your usual easy character that you pull out, slap like maze gears, and dump for a day. You gotta have Sophisticated Gears to utilize his kits the best. So that's why I say it's not really recommended. It is very strong units, I think, for PvP, especially depending on the week. But it's niche. That's what I can summarize as. So I don't recommend it. I think Jake, it will last you much better, especially PvP content, trying to clear like relic stages and such. So 100% I'll recommend Jake right now at this point. Unless you don't really like Jake, then I guess you can try to ignore it, but Jake is pretty cool. Janus right now I'm using like a maze attack speed set. I should be using maze cooldown set because the main thing is trying to use Janus's special skill most often. Or you can, the better usage you'll be using Shadow Hole gears until certain level. Shadow Hole gear with the sniper damage would be pretty good. Trying to take down Sylvia fast as possible. This shit is 1 in the morning. Thought I had enough time to go for like 30, but I guess not. Takes me even longer than I thought. But I was doing something else in the halfway, I think, that's why. Anyways, Jake, I don't think you will regret your decisions of going for that. After Maestro, I think we get Curian. Curian is also very good units. And for soldier comms, especially after he gets buffed. Cool. Since the amount of DPS he can pull up with the soldier parts all together, Curian is very good pick for both PvP and PvE. So I think personally I'm going for Revenant, which should be coming with the Maestro, the normal SSR units. Then I am going for Curians. The Curian is just that good, I think. But sorry for not streaming much lately, but like I said, 7 days of work, man. 7 days. That's pretty tough. And before I go, I'll show my kind of dive setting, because someone did ask. So this is what I have for dive. I'll usually use a mage cooldown set for Orca. Then I have a Nile. I have a video footage that I'm definitely going to be posting down the road. And I have a Naya with the cooldown sets, the Shinjia and the Ifrit. And around these 4 units are what it matters. So these 4 units will go and start shredding the front line and just damage everything and kill it. Later parts, I guess, you don't really even get to see them summon. I just put them in just for whatever reason. I can take them out and it shouldn't be a problem. Then I have Soyun as a backup for branch leader. So if the round doesn't end if the round doesn't get cleared to the point where Soyun comes out, at least Soyun can apply some nice attack boost for these 2 units to take a benefit of and do some additional damage. But this is what I use for full auto. So far I had no problem clearing with the 1 team only. But as it goes down with the HP reducing debuff on the ship, I will most likely going to have to switch down to this one, which should be able to clear its own for a bit. But yeah, I'm just kind of being lazy with things. But New Detroit, this team is definitely really good. Another team you can get is Matador and the Soldier, but Soldier pieces are not here in global server yet. You have to wait until you get Revenants. And Kyrian, if you have it, that's also pretty good, but you don't really need Kyrian. So those ones has to be in the place which we do not have yet, so you have to wait. That's unfortunate news. But if you can get that, then yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I heard it can heal, but doesn't it have what I also heard is the ship has to be getting hit by enemies to heal the thing. I think I have the ship here. So let me read it. Yeah, I crafted the ship. The active skill. Use an improve repair drone to restore ship's function. Significantly restore ship's HP at the regular interval. I thought, like, I heard someone told me that ship needs to get hit by the enemy's attack. So if the enemy doesn't hit it, it doesn't heal it. Is that true? I don't know. But yeah, I see someone using this ship. It will heal his HP. I guess passive skill is not terrible. All ally units HP 50%. My Awakening Sion keeps dying in a warm 8th, but I look at other videos, they have the maze gear and like what I'm doing. So it has to be most likely artifacts as well as the timing of it. So how to get the timing right is pretty tricky. So you gotta save, you gotta hold your unit skills. If I can show you an example a bit. And this is one of the video I had. So as you can see, Lee Soo-yeon here. I don't think that's a good example. And also using alt health kind of thing. And you gotta have the when you have a special skills on for Lee Soo-yeon, get the barrier as well so you can take more damage and such. And actually here I'm using AoE operator, AoE res. So that's also not a good example. But nowadays I use attack speed. Or full damage potential. I don't use AoE res operator anymore. But that's what it is. Oh, is it Maria next? Can't remember. Maria is very good for dimension trimming. It's not must-have unit though. I think, but she's pretty decent unit for dimension trimming for Volcanoes stage 2. Now, it's hard to say. She is much better than Awakened Seohyun for raid, but honestly, you don't really need her to one-shot like even 150 Britra, so I don't know if I can recommend it. Like, she is good units for PvE, I think. Especially after she got a buff. She does very good damage, and her portal, especially when you're trying to auto-clear a lot of stages, it will definitely help your units out to start damaging boss much faster and such. But for 6 cost units, yeah, I think you can try to use other units instead. She looks pretty though, so if you want the wife aspects, I think you won't regret it. Like, I don't regret playing Maria at this point. I use Maria a lot for especially Breacher raid. So I think she's good. It's just that. Is she like a meta units? No, not at all. Especially for PvP. Within some weeks, she can be really good though, because her special skill stuns for a very long time, and she has pretty high damage outputs, since she has tons of crit stacks on her. Like, she gets 100% crit damage as a passive skill. That's pretty big. So. Anyways. Let me see my spend this week. Shun is not banned. Play a couple rounds of PvP before I go to bed. Before I go to bed. Apella for Jake no ban, Nicole no ban, Evelyn banned. Let's scout out which supporter we can use. Not looking good here. What's up this week? Let me see. What's up? 나유빈, 야누스, 시영, 소림. Is it Rauda bent? Why don't I see Rauda here? Oh, she's been one, I see. Was blind as... The King skin actually has a pretty cool effect. I didn't know. I saw the screenshot recently, and damn, it looks pretty balling. It has like gold aura effect. I was actually surprised they put a lot of work into it. I thought it was just going to be like a purple effect, just like the regular one with just different armors on it. But the effect is makes it almost look like a hero, to be honest with you, instead of villain. Instead of villain, it actually looks like a hero. Kind of that. Again. As long as I don't heal, it doesn't matter.
승진 후보로 추천드릴게요.
이것마저도 피하시면 곤란한데요.
You son of a... Ow.
제가 힘 좀 써보겠습니다.
Easy win.
좀 지키고 갈게요.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Can I check that out in the King section? I actually didn't. Like I said, I only saw the screenshot of it. Let me see. Awakening. Skins. How do I check that out? Any collection? Oh, so like this. Let's go like that. Oh, like that. I see. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess if it was turned out to be a good guy, I guess that's what it could be like. This skin is pretty cool. I mean, I think Original King also has some merits, of course. Like the dark purple actually works pretty well, but I think the gold effect is definitely pretty cool. What was I doing?
근육근육한 아저씨들이랑 두지 마. 숨 막혀.
Let's give a secret present here.
장비 쓰네?
Secret present.
오, 좋은 장비 쓰네.
I didn't tune it out here. Wait, did I even level up her skill? Yeah, I did.
화상. 우리 말도 가져가세요.
Jake Leader. An armor Jake, not just any Jake, the armor Jake. That's not good. Not any type of Jake, armor Jake. Holy fudge. Holy fudge. Wow, the Mia lived. I'm dead.
추천드릴게요.
Shion died though. I totally forgot I had a Sylvia this entire freaking time. I totally forgot I had a Sylvia this entire freaking time. Will it kill Jake? Probably not. Nicole. Is this Olivia deck? No, I think this is actually Kimhana. No, this is Olivia. That's why I'm using it. Yeah, I guess. No, I think Jake is still much better for over usage. You will use Jake much more than Maestro. Maestro is very niche character. She is good for PvP, like really good, and she could be used for some debuff spots for raid and such. But overall, hard one to sell in my opinion. Very hard one to sell. Oh, my Olivia is crap though.
어떤 일에도 대충 최선을 다하자. 제 신조랍니다.
I mean, Jake is much easier to use as well. To use a Maestro, you really have to get a sophisticated gear, like attack speed gear. So I don't really recommend her.
우리 발도 가져가세요. 너희를 쫓아볼까요?
This is bad. This is very bad. Ow. This deck is pretty strong for this pick, yes. Yuna, Rita, all these units. Like Jake can use the ult. Change the tie a bit, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Nah. Yeah, let me actually go back to Shin. I wanna hit 3900 with Shun as well. So let me keep with that setup. If you don't get Jake, let me see my Awaken release schedule, my Korean server here. So according to my thing. So we are at Jake right now. We already got Shinjia. So it should be Maestro, Maria, Kyrian, Sigma, Regina, and Chihuyu, and then Luzaria. The ones I would say that's really good is definitely Kyrian. It's unique, very good. Regina, no exception. It's amazing units. Chihuyu also as well after buff is one of the most crazy units for PvP right now. As well as Luzaria, very good PvE and PvP units. So it's really up to you what to go for, but those are the units waiting for. And in case if you get the Code Geass collaboration for global server in between, we are also going to be getting that as well. So I'm not sure if it would get it, but if you get in between, yeah, Karen will pop up in that area. Use Awake Horizon, you only see Jake and Yuna. Guys, I also got hooked up to this Avid game. Like, I'm actually like staying away from a lot of gacha games lately. Counterside is actually only gacha game that I really actively still play and get subscription for and such. I mean, Arknight still gets monthly, but a little bit lazy lately. But I recently got into playing Dead Cell on because when I bought iPad, they gave me like a 3 months of Apple Arcade kind of thing, and the Dead Cell is in that category. So basically, I can play for free for 3 months, and after that, I have to purchase the game if I want to continue to play, I guess. But holy crap, that game is actually really fun. It's been a while since I had actually that much fun with the video game. So, I'm actually very surprised. I'm very surprised in the fact that I actually have fun with like the normal games. God damn it.
이것마저도 피하시면 곤란한데요.
But Jake is also really weak against the skill seal. That's basically one of the main problems with him. Against like units like a Rauda and stuff, Jake is just not able to do much. Look at the enemy's Jake right there. Skill seal, stuns from Shions, as well as a slow from Lucretia's ults, all the thing, just couldn't do anything. Well, Epic 7 always been PvP stuff still. Like, did they ever update their raid? Like the Hell raid? Did they ever add a new boss? Because I'm pretty sure, like, when I was playing for like 3 years, they still had the same Hell raid boss for like, since they had from the starts. The Asma raid, whatever. Can't remember what the name is called. Actually, I like doing that raid quite a lot. People said it's a homework, but actually it was fun to like use your units to just burst the fucking huge HP sponge boss with the stupid mechanics to counter your units, and you could insta die and such. But to me, I think I had a lot of fun killing the boss every week. I think, was it? It's still the same. Holy crap! I'm really milking the shit out of that boss, eh? You know what I just noticed? I'm still using Detroit. Just noticed that. I don't know why I'm doing that, really. God damn it. The amount of damage I do is not enough. Yuna. Maybe time for me to plug Grandel. Let me switch ships to Blue Bridge, maybe? Maybe. Man, shouting is too bad. Jesus Christ.
쓸만한 녀석들이면 좋겠는데.
장식용으로
Why don't I camp?
훌륭한
How does that sound?
칭찬해주죠.
It's not gonna work out that way great because my passive level is really low. Kang Soyoung is here though, so I will have to watch out. Then again, if that's the problem,
장식용으로 합격이야.
if that's the problem, we'll get rid of the problem.
여러분과 함께해서
Aha! Actually, this won't work that well against Kang Soyoung because I just remembered my gear is counter damage red, so it's actually not really going to help that much. I think all the games these days have pretty good character design. I don't think I've really seen a game with a bad character design. There are games I don't really like their design, but overall, design-wise, I think they're all pretty good. I think artist level definitely gone up past couple years. I think around 2000 to 2018 era, I think tons of games had a pretty bad arts. But starting from around 2022 to 21, I think standard's gone up pretty high. Incoming Evolve 1 team. Oh, actually, I haven't really seen Evolve 1 that much, even though I actually played a quite decent amount of PP this season so far with the global server than ever, because of the King skin.
고개를 조아려라.
어이, 많이 기다렸나?
실험기기 준비됐어요? 화살 추적자가 나설 때야. 강화하기엔 좀 이르네. 강화하기엔 좀 이르네. 강화하기엔 좀 이르네. 강화하기엔 좀 이르네.
Duh. Thank you for using Enterprise. God damn it, Lily. Wow. Didn't get the JK. That's why I lost. I almost had it. It's like stuff rising. Another thing is my operator passive level is garbage. It's only level 1. So I am not surprised actually with that result. I think your priority should still be going for... Okay, here's the thing. Dupes, in my personal opinion, does not matter that much. Not to the point where you should be considering to give up something. Like operator, of course, depending on the characters. I mean, operator, of course, depending on the operator. But operator applies to all the units. So each time your passive level goes up, each time your skill level goes up, it applies to everyone. Where your level, I mean, of course, it's better than not having. It's better to have it than not have it, of course. Not gonna lie about that. And at the full, like, from many testing I've seen, from the first 3 is definitely the essential like difference. Letter 3 is just kind of I mean, it's good. It's good to have it, but the amount of costs it probably costs you, I don't think it's really some something that you should be going for unless you're kind of well area territory. When you get first 3, I think that's good enough. That's why I also think that farming the character you can farm the fragments for is also important, because free cons for like characters like Orca, that's pretty good. Like more damage res and more damage as well as a cost return, that's pretty insane. Kang So-young also is another great character to go for tactical updates. That's why I say farm her fragments. But in general, I think it's better to go with the operator levels. I think personally. Now, like I said, that's my opinion only, so don't really have to listen to what I say, but I feel that way. Lee Yuri or Choi Ji-hoon from the selector to use a character. So here's a thing about Yuri. Yuri is, as of right now, 100% PvP character. So if you don't really play PvP a lot, Yuri is probably not the pick. But whenever she's a min and there's not much options left, Yuri just comes in crazy unreplaceable spots to be a range with DPS units, especially against the counter units. So 100% really good PvP units. Choi Ji-hoon, by the way, is he is much more I guess niche. He's pretty much practically impossible to use in PvP right now. I mean, you could if you're crazy by Soldier Come, you definitely could, because he is able to snipe the back units a bit, but I don't recommend it. The main thing he has is his passive skill, I think. Here, yeah, increase all allies, rangers, and snipers range damage by 10% while on the field, and the crit plus 150% is also added. Not 150%, plus 150. So this passive buff will allow your units to do more damage, especially in the raid. So if you have Choi Ji-hoon as your branch supporter units, or even within your comp itself, he will be start boosting your damage quite a big time. So it is pretty decent units that you can use as a raid branch leader. That's what I usually use during the Breach Trust season. So that way he is staying away from Breach Trust attack while also giving buff to you all your range damage units, which is the one that doing the damage to Breach Trap. So long story short, I think Yuri comes in first spots to be considered when you're picking out for selection tickets. But if you don't play PP a lot, then Choi Ji-hoon is probably a pretty good pick. But even then, if it is those two, I think I actually would just go for like some of the more useful SSR units, like a technical updates. Yeah, my operator side skill is just a luck. I mean, I got started a crew one. Actually, I just the transfer the thing, the 50-50 chance. I won the 50-50, so I got pretty lucky in that sense. But yeah, that's just pure luck. Don't really recommend to anyone. But yeah, guys, I'm falling asleep here. Pretty big time. Play P. Wow, you've been playing PP a lot without Yuri? You're crazy, man. I don't know how you survived this long without her. Stupid son of a Sigma. Daughter of Sigma. MPA? What's gonna come though? It's definitely not level 1. Ow. Is it above 1? Or is it Horizon? What's the Horizon gonna do to me though? Nothing. Is Yuri that strong? I mean, I don't have her also. Lucretia's might go to 3-star range. Yeah, Lucretia is more of slowing down with her elspeths as well as that bit of the invincible buff it gives. As well as the HP heal. But Lucretia is all much better units, I think. That will help your units to win the battle. If the Yuri wasn't that good, she will not get banned. Yeah, see, one ban already. The main about the Yuri is actually pretty crazy units, I think, because if you consider like how long ago she came out, the fact that she can still come out and be banned, that shows how good she is. Okay, look at her passive skill. Her hatred turns criminal counter promise her to inflict 40% more damage to counters. And she takes 40%. Yeah. Takes a 40% less damage from counters as well. But the also downside of that, it only works in counters, so it won't be able to take down like mechanic defenders, other things that fast. Yeah, I mean there is better ranger units. So when she comes, she is second option now, but when when all this other rangers are banned and she comes out, then you don't have her, you're gonna fill a big void in my opinion. So where how you deal with that void?
다들 어디서 본 것 같은 분들이시나? 처형을 집행하겠다. 모두를 가르치지 않아.
Shin.
실험기기 준비됐어. 승진 후보로 추천드릴게요. 강화하기엔 좀 이르네. 이번엔 제가 준비할게요.
Get everyone becoming turtle here. Everyone becoming a turtle here. Oh my lord, this knockback. How many ban is Horizon right now? Is it 1 or 2? I'm surprised this deck is still working in 2023. Classic replace the Queen Olivia comp. Wait, isn't Pendragon also live this week? Oh my lord. I guess only higher people use that thing. Thanks, Gorda Sapura. RTR. I'm just gonna call you that. Thanks for the subscribe. Both Horizon are free. Yeah, but Jake is also free. Free man.
상처가 잔뜩 있네. 처형을 집행하겠다. 묘지를 가르치기 준비됐어요. 얼터그레시브 모드 활성. 강화하기엔 좀 이르네. 묘지를 가르치기. 제가 집행할게요. 날아올라서 여러분의 인사고과는 제게 맡겨. 묘지를 가르쳐. 이건 유용한 건가요? 강화하기엔 이건 유용하겠어요?
I think this defensive gear queen is actually working pretty well. It's able to tank the hits from counters pretty well. Yeah, boy.
활발한 움직임을 보여주세요. 인력은 충분해. 생존이
They're gonna wonder is like, why is it his queen is not dying? I'll be like, oh, just check the gear. Just check the gear, please. Oh, I just forgot. I quit. It's not even level 110. I just didn't realize that. Lollies.
표본 확보해 주세요, 여러분. 지금 무대에 이건 유용하겠어요? 처형 하이라이트 이건 유용하겠어요? 강화하기엔 좀 이르네요. 얼터그레시브 모드 활성. 그게 뭐죠? 화려한 피날레. 감정이다. 한방 내고 찍어주마. 이건 유용하겠어요.
Got yeah. The Rudimilla is really killing me there, as well as the Lily. I guess I will have to use what's called the Nika. The Lily is just beating my ass here. Or I will just use the Lily as well. That's another option. One of those options. One of those options. One of those options. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, I need a lot of credit lately. So I've been leveling up unnecessary things. I've been leveling up very unnecessary things. Before I go to bed, let me clear some of these out. So that way, when I wake up, I don't feel like filled with, you know, like a whole thing. Oh yeah, did you guys all buy those like a random awakening selector? Not selector, awakening tickets. I got a fucking king for my Clover server account. I got memed pretty hard. At least I got someone decent in Korean server. Korean server I got Ministra. I wanted Shion or Iseon, but Ministra will do. Better than no Ministra. You got Navin? Oh, that's pretty good. Actually, well, if you don't play PP that much with him, then probably not. I think Navin is still better than King though. I think anything's better than King personally. Oh, you got one con for the Shion? That's very good. I want to play with the full Constellation Shion. I really want to. Should be pretty fun, I think. I want to, but it's about the game letting me or not. Which I don't think really up to my favor. Nibin, is it good anymore? I think Nibin is still very good. If you fight any character with the barrier, Nibin will still come out. And Maestro, when she releases, you will feel like Nibin is really strong once again. Because his HP passive burn against the tower units, it comes real handy. And I mean like real handy. Like without him, the Maestro comp is actually really hard to deal with. So even with him, it's actually pretty hard to deal with. Yeah, there's no point having two dupe units now, because even for danger close, you can only use one units, because there's only one type of boss. The two ways to utilize dupe unit right now is if there is a rearm units then you can use the original copy as well as the rearm versions, depending on the ban notation for PvP. For example, if the Kang Seong, the rearm version, is banned within PvP right now, then you can pull out the normal versions and able to use her. And this only applies if your original version of the character is strong enough to be used on its own. If not, then there's no point of keeping two of those units. But the second situation is if you're trying to use it as a branch leader. You can still do that, so if you have dupe units and you want to use it as branch units, you can, which even though I don't really recommend it for anyone anymore. So just don't bother. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, tons of you guys came in again today to watch just me doing boring stuffs. Always appreciate it. And honestly, I feel terrible for not being active with YouTube stuffs. But that's the real life, guys. Just gotta do what you gotta do. I'll still try to make time and make it work though. But yeah, I think it's time for me to go to sleep.